They still have this box on the top of the New York Times, all the news that's fit to print. They should just remove the box. All the news that helps the left. That should be the new motto of the New York Times. President spoke, and here are his so-called baseless charges. So you tell me, listening objectively, you tell me if you think they're baseless. I don't know if they are. I have an open mind to we really had an honest election, and I have an open mind to there was a fair amount of fraud. All right, here we go. We won these and many other victories despite historic election interference from big media, big money, and big tech. Is that not correct? I mean, when it's not read in a Trumpian manner, you just hear the words and not the bravado or the anchor.
There's no bravado and anger in this reading.
I'm saying in general. Yeah, but there wasn't in this case. I agree. That's right. There was no bravado. That is fair to say. As everybody saw, we won by historic numbers, and the pollsters got it knowingly wrong. Yeah. That's another issue to analyze. Why did the polls get it so wrong again? Was it an honest wrong? I don't know. At the national level, our opponents' major donors were Wall Street bankers and special interests. Our major donors were police officers, farmers, everyday citizens. Now, is that true? If that's true, then, again, I think that honesty demands that we understand the party of big business is the Democratic Party. The party of the little guy. I mean, look at these vast, gigantic demonstrations and rallies. Who were there? Rich folks? The people who the rich left look down upon. The non-rich right. The rich right, there's nothing the rich left can do about. They still have a modicum of respect for them because they idolize money on the left. Our major donors were police officers, farmers, everyday citizens. Yet for the first time ever, we lost 0 races in the House. Is that true? That is incredible. Which raises also the question of, is it, all these Republican successes, and they were going to flip houses. They were going to have a big blue wave. It was a blue drizzle, and not even that. They lost. There was a blue drought, except for president. Now, maybe, but it's fair to ask. I was talking to Kevin McCarthy today. He said he couldn't believe it. 0. Very unusual thing. 0, and actually won many new seats, with, I think, many more on the way. I won the largest share of non-white voters of any Republican in 60 years, including historic numbers of Latino, African American, Asian American, and Native American voters. The largest ever in our history. We grew our party by 4 million voters, the greatest turnout in Republican Party history. I assume these are all facts. Democrats are the party of the big donors. That's right. I wonder if you tweet that, you'll lose your Twitter account. The big media, the big tech, it seems, and Republicans have become the party of the American worker, and that's what's happened. It's entirely true. But again, the rhetoric is, we're for the little guy. The Democrats are for the little guy, like the communists were for the worker. These really phony polls, I have to call them phony polls, fake polls, were designed to keep our voters at home, create the illusion of momentum for Mr. Biden, and diminish Republicans' ability to raise funds. They were what's called suppression polls. To highlight just a few examples, the day before election, Quinnipiac, which was wrong on every occasion that I know of, had Joe Biden up by 5 points in Florida. And they were off by 8.4 points, and I won Florida easily. So they had me losing Florida by a lot, and I ended up winning Florida by a lot. Other than that, they were very accurate. They had them up 4 points in Ohio, and they were off by 12.2 points. And I also won Ohio. And the Washington Post said Biden up 17 points in Wisconsin, and it was basically even. They were off by about 17 points, and they knew that. They're not stupid people. They know that. Suppression. There are now only a few states yet to be decided in the presidential race. The voting apparatus of those states are run in all cases by Democrats. We were winning in all the key locations by a lot. And then our numbers started miraculously getting whittled away in secret, and they wouldn't allow legally permissible observers. I've been talking about mail-in voting for a long time. It's really destroyed our system. I happen to agree with that. I said it from the beginning. And having people vote 6 weeks before Election Day, that was calculated to get more Democratic voters. And it was done at a time, at the weakest time in the president's year, politically, right after the first debate. It's a corrupt system, and it makes people corrupt even if they aren't by nature. It's a very intelligent insight. That's what I always ask about the left. Are you bad when you join the left, or does the left make you bad? And then they seem to be able to find them. No, excuse me. But they become corrupt. It's too easy. They want to find out how many votes they need, and then they seem to be able to find them. They wait, and then they find them. More from the president and your calls.